company only has 3 employees. But every single thing bought at the Queen of Hospital, gloves, colostomy bags, sutures, enough things have to pass through that company. And that company is putting on a markup on those things and then selling them to the Queen of Hospital. And where and how is that markup being divided? Those are the questions you all have to ask. Don't take my word for it. All of the information is here. But I'll go further. Do you know that your representative was served to appear in court in the United States? Do you know that? No. Well, I am going to read it for you. You know, I can explain a little something to you, all right? When things happen in Barbados, things do not necessarily become public because we don't have a public opportunity to access documents. But in the United States, there's a Freedom of Information Act. And when you are being sued in the United States, all of the documents become public. And anybody could go on a website and download them. And I'm going to read to you first this document. It is online. Anybody can get it. It is a document signed by the Assistant Registrar as Notary Public in and for Barbados. And it says, on the 15th day of June 2012, well, that's just last year, at 124 Husbands Heights, St. James, Barbados, it says that I served Mr. Donville Innes at his place of business for Fiesta Catering Incorporated. That is what it says. And Donville's response to getting a summons was this. My name, and this is it by the way, you could go online and get it. Can't sue me for telling the truth. Can't sue me for telling the truth. This is the truth here. My name is Donville O. Innes. I am a citizen of Barbados and I am over 21 years of age, of sound mind and otherwise fully competent to testify to matters set forth herein. I make this affidavit based upon my personal knowledge. On June the 15th, 2012, that's just a few months ago, I was presented with documents that appeared to be related to a lawsuit in the United States against Fiesta Catering Incorporated. Because I am no longer associated with Fiesta Catering Incorporated and have not been associated with them in several years, since January 2008, I'll tell you, it was January 15th, the day of the election. When he told y'all that he was finished with that thing years ago, he only resigned from it the day of the last election. And I go further. I did not review the documents. Instead, I gave the documents to my attorney, Junior Alsop of Alsop and Company. I asked him to return them and inform the sender that I am not associated with Fiesta Catering Incorporated, and this is the important part. And I did not inform any other person or entity of my receipt of those documents. Indeed, after giving the documents to my attorney, I did not take any further action. Signed, further affidavit saith not Donville O. Innes. It is right here. And it is available online. And the way that is important is because he said that he was not a director. But what he did not tell you, and by extension tell the people that had sued were about to sue him, was that his wife is still a director. And I have the document for that too. And I have it here because in the United States it is freedom of information. The wife's name is Gail Williams Innes. I lie. That is the person. They don't put Innes on it, just put Gail Williams. I am a citizen of Barbados and a director of Fiesta Catering Incorporated. I make this declaration based on my personal knowledge of the facts set forth below And based on my view of records that Fiesta maintains in orderly course of its business, I am over 21 years of age and fully authorized to make this declaration. Fiesta is a company registered in Barbados. Fiesta's primary place of business is located at Global Corporate Center, 2 Pleasant View, Cave Hill, St. Michael, Barbados. Fiesta has not engaged in commerce since at least December 30th, 2011. And its continued legal assistance is solely for the purpose of preparing final tax returns and preparing filing terminating papers. But you know why they're terminating? Because they move it to Anguilla. It's not that they don't remain, but they move it to Anguilla. And let me tell you what Fiesta Catering does. Fiesta Catering because y'all have to know what your representative does. Fiesta Catering hosts websites of a strange nature. They have young children here. They have young children here. Fiesta Catering hosts websites of a very, very strange nature. And one of those websites, and I am pulling the punches tonight, I'm telling you as it is. One of those websites named sexsearch.com. I ain't done yet. There's another lawsuit. And in that lawsuit, a man in Ohio used a company called sexsearch.com to meet somebody to do a little dooflicky. But you know what happened? You know what happened? Let me read it for you. Case number 307CV00604JZ. Document filed in 2007. They got enough of them. But I'm going to read a particular part. I'm going to read a particular part. Now the name, the person, Jane Roe, the protector. The defendant, which is sexsearch.com, which is one of the companies that get moved to Anguilla. And this is all true because I have all the documentation. Defendants delivered James Roe information to the plaintiff, the man. Because the man get arrested and he decided to sue. And the defendants delivered information to other adult members. And the plaintiff initiated communication with Jane Roe, that is not her real name. And such communication included live real-time chatting. And the defendant's chatting feature permits chat participants to send real-time text-based messages to each other. And Jane Roe invited the plaintiff to her home on November 15th for the purpose of a sexual encounter, a dooflicky. And the plaintiff met her at her residence. And Jane Roe and the plaintiff had a dooflicky. And they did all sorts of things. I can't read all of that. Well, you know, they got children here. And after November 20th, 22nd, all communication between the plaintiff and Jane Roe ended abruptly. But you know what happened? Jane Roe was not up to the right age. Jane Roe was up to the right age. And at number 261, this is what the man said. The plaintiff incorporates all previous paragraphs as if fully written. It is about marketing of children to adults for dooflicky. That is the company called sexsearch.com. And that is what is going on. And I have the documents. So the people of St. James South need to understand exactly what they are voting for. Exactly what they are voting for. So you all need to know. You know, whenever I come to a platform, I come with information, and I know that information is the power, and information is defense. And I invite anybody to come and sue me, because everything would have to be exposed in the courts of Barbados. And everybody would get to hear. Because that isn't all, there is more. But I keep it more for next time. But I also can't come out here and not deal with Chris Sinclair too. Because you know Chris Sinclair tell the people of this country that he is going to privatize many entities. And now they've got all but the radio saying that is the Barbados Labour Party. But you know what? We got tape again. Roll the tape, man.
That I have engaged discussions with the President of the Inter-American Development Bank, and he has agreed to work with us and to instruct his officials that the process of structural reform in the non-financial public sector, the statutory boards as we call them, and commissions, will begin in Barbados. And that the IUB is going to provide resources, technical and otherwise, for us to begin a full analysis of statutory boards in Barbados, to look to see how we can improve their operations, bring efficiencies to them, those which may have to face some form of privatization. We will look and see which ones, and we will consider it fairly as a government, Mr. Speaker, sir, and we are starting with the first three: National Housing Corporation, Transport Board, and Sanitation Service Authority.
You hear that? You hear the truth now? You have to do not let them pull the wool over your eyes. Strip that wool off. Don't take our word for it. We come with truth and evidence. They tell the little children that they're going to have to be paying on the bus. A lie. The Barbados Labour Party would never do that. The Barbados Labour Party kept bus fares at $1.50 for 14 years. The Democratic Labour Party come in and carry up to $2. So who has changed bus fares in Barbados? Not the Barbados Labour Party, the Democratic Labour Party. Who has said they're going to privatize the Transport Board? Chris Sinclair and the Democratic Labour Party. But he didn't stop there. He went to Parliament during the budget. Page 87. Don't take my word for it. Go on Barbados Parliament website and look it up for yourself. And when he was in Parliament, he said he's going to privatize. I'm going to say exactly. He's going to make available what I call an IPO, an initial public offering of 30% of the shares. That means sell 30% of Granley Adams International Airport, the Barbados Port, and the oil companies. That's what he said in Parliament, but we have to bring this information to y'all because y'all don't get a chance to listen to everything that I've said. So we have to bring the information to you. And that's what he said. So they weren't stopping with those. They had others. And I have no doubt that others will come. So if you all decide that y'all can go and vote for the Democratic Labour Party, understand what you're really voting for. You're voting for privatization as said by Chris Sinclair. Privatization of not only those places, but the airport, the seaport. Oil company, well, you understand that they already sell the terminal now. Terminal that we pay $120 million to build. I am hearing reports that they sell it for 80. I don't know how true, but I'm hearing so that they're gone already. Ladies and gentlemen, you think we could take another 5 years of the Democratic Labour Party? Really and truly. You think we could take another 5 years of the fellow down here? But y'all, by y'all supporting him, y'all be supporting what he stands for. And I have greater respect for the people of this constituency. And I know that y'all know what to do. Because he does not respect y'all. He doesn't respect women. He could not respect women. Not one woman out here should vote for him.
Yeah, respect a woman got cursed.
Respects no women at all. None. They're objects to him. So what y'all have to do is do what Sleepy Smith tell you. Y'all see that video yet?
Yes,
give me this video.
Man out west, that was got the garbage. And the man said he pick up and put it in bed.
Founding Democratic Labour Party Chairman Sir Frederick C.P. Smith gave us some important advice in 2008. Listen to the 2008 advice of the DLP's founding chairman.
And if at the end of 5 years they don't add up to what you suspect they should do or what they ought to be, kick them out.
We've lost 16,000 private sector jobs since 2008.
Kick them out.
Our bills and our groceries are much more expensive than they were when the DLP took over power. Cost of living is up 30%.
Kick them out.
The national debt has almost doubled and our bonds have been reduced to junk.
Kick them out.
The former Democratic Labour Party chairman did not stop there. He had more advice for us back in 2008.
If you give the DLP a chance to be government of this country and they do not add up to what you thought they ought to be or what you expect them to be, then you have a right to kick them out after 5, not after 14.
On election day, take the DLP's advice.
Kick them out.
Why ain't gonna say no more? Why ain't gonna say no more? Don't listen to me. Listen to the founder of the Democratic Labour Party. What y'all gonna do? What you gonna do? What you must do? How you gonna save yourself? That's what you gonna do.
Are you sick because another woman does true?
Yes. Neither of them don't like no women. Neither of them, well, that might be construed or misconstrued to say they like something else. I didn't say so. I did not say so. I did not say so. You have to respect women. You have to respect women. I came to public life and I replaced a man called Sir Henry Ford. He respected women tremendously. He did a lot for women in this country. And he taught me that you must respect women. And I love women real bad. You hear what I learned a lot of things down here in West Terrace about women. And I love women real bad. Henry would often say he loved women so much he had 2 mothers because he was adopted. And he had 2 wives. But you know, I ain't want to get no 2 wives. I stick him with my 1 wife. Because, you know, since Henry passed that law, you know, you just got to make sure I stick with that 1 wife, boy. It ain't easy. It ain't easy out there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think I have proven my case to y'all. You know how much people tell me I should have jumped over and coffee in the head and all sort of things? But that is not me. I have shown y'all through the benefit of technology some of what happened, because that's not all the abuse I suffered. But that is what the tape picked up. It was worse. It was much, much worse. But that's what the tape picked up. So that's what I will stand by. So you all need to understand what, and I'm speaking particularly to the Democratic Labour Party supporters that can hear my voice. Because down here in this constituency, it's only 4 people that have to change their mind, you know. It's only 4 of every 100 people that have to change their mind. And if you 4 of every 100 people change your mind, take that about 400. Change your mind. Let Donald go back to that thing that he was involved with and say we don't want that in Parliament no more. Let us say to him, enough is enough. And we want a good, respectable, honest, decent, caring woman in Sandra Husbands. We want a good team in the Barbados Labour Party. And we want a fantastic and proper leader in ONC Morafa. He ain't sleeping. He ain't sleeping at all. He's wide awake and he's ready to improve your lot in this country. So ladies and gentlemen, I think I have proven my case. I look forward to getting out there and you getting out there on election day and doing exactly what y'all have to do. Exactly what y'all have to do. And remember, the scoundrel has to go. Good night and God bless you all. I love you and thank you for listening to me.